Hello students, welcome you all in English classes of RDS group of school. Class, today I am going to explain the poem of this chapter number 4. But before explaining the poem, I would like to tell you the exercises of the story. So first of all, we will solve the story. So what is the first question is? Fill in the blank below using had to, have to. So and has to. What we have to do here? We have to fill the sentences using have to, has to and had to. Why? What is the means of these these are models, and they are used to give force on something. When you want to force someone to do something, we use these models. Had to, have to and has to and have to are used in present. When in the present time, when you want to force someone, we will use has to and have to. If it is singular, we will use has to. If it is plural, we will use have to. And if you want to show that in past you were forcing something, then you will use had to. So these are model and they are used to give force on something. So first of all, I cut my hair everyone, and it is present. So and with I have is used, so we will fill I have to cut my hair every month. We go to swimming lesson. As we are talking here the last year, it means it is the past sentence, so we will fill had to. Then the principle, the truth, that it is also related to the present. You can also fill here has to. So she had to tell the principal the truth. They had to take the baby to the football. We have to complain to the police about the noise. Romit had to finish his homework before he could come out to play. I had to repair my cycle yesterday. Okay. Now we will fill the next exercises. What is this? Idioms. Given below are some jumbled sentence working in group. Rearrange the word in each sentence to form correct sentence. You will find that each sentence contains an idiom. So what we will do? First of all, we will rearrange the sentence. After that, there is an idiom in the sentence, and we will pick out that idiom, and we will write the meaning of that idiom. So first of all, I have mentioned here number. So first of all, stop beating the bus. Stop, you will mention the number on the phrases. Okay, after that you will, when you will read, it will become a sentence. So stop is first one, then we will keep beating about, then the bus, then and tell me what you want. This is the whole sentence. Stop beating about the bus and tell me what you want. And so which idiom is used? Beating about the bus, and it means to talk straight. Then next is, if you don't pay attention to the announcement, you might board the wrong train. So okay, so which is used, idiom is used, pay attention is used, and pay attention means be careful. Then the next one is, the villagers tried to pin the crime on the young man. So to pin the crime on means, implicate the wrong person. Then Bipin Babu loved telling people that he was under doctor's orders to eat early. So under one's order means under instruction of someone. The last one, the teacher raised his eyebrows when the students said that they have revised all their lessons. So it is a sentence. And raise the eyebrows means to feel annoyed, showing annoyance. Okay. After that, now we will read the poem. So what is the poem about? The poem is about the last bargain. What is bargain? Bargain is an agreement in two parties to promise to do something for each other in the exchange of something. Okay, class. So what is bargain? Bargain is an agreement in which both parties promise to do something for each other in exchange of something. That is called bargain. In Hindi we will call it mol tol. In Hindi we will call it mol tol. Some is looking for. So what is the poem is about? In this poem, someone is looking for waiting to be hired. He want to a job. He want to be hired by someone. He strike he did so many bargain, but thinks it worthless. It tries twice again, but doesn't like each other. So he tried to bargain with many people, but he didn't like any bargain. Finally, in the last, what happened? When he hired for nothing, when a person hired him in the exchange of nothing, he became happy and never before. What is the bargain and what is the best? So what was the bargain about? Why it was the best? Let's read the poem. Okay, so let's start the poem. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone paved road. So come and hire me, I cried while in the morning. So the writer is saying that the speaker is saying that he was cried in the morning when he was walking on the stone paved road, and what he was shouting that come and hire him, it means come and he was asking about a job. Sword in the hand, the king came in his chariot. Chariot means a cart on which a with the horse on which a king travel. That is called, in Hindi we call it rath. So there was a king who was coming in a chariot, and he had a sword in his hand. It means sword is showing the power, as the king had power. So what he said that he held my hand. See, so he hold the hand of the speaker and said, I will hire you with my power. So he was saying that he will hire you with his power, but his power counted for nothing. But the speaker found that his power is has no use for himself. Enough means nothing. So the speaker found that his power is nothing for him, and he went away. So he didn't agreed for that bargain to do job of the king uh, with the force of his power. But he found that his power is good for nothing, so he went away and he didn't agreed for that bargain. Then what happened? In the heat of the midway, then there was afternoon, the houses stood, and the doors of the houses were shut. I wondered the crooked means unsteady, improper lane. So he was wandering on the improper lane. An old man came out with his bag. Then what he saw, that there was an old man who had a bag full of gold. He pondered means think. Pondered means think. So the old man thought for a while, and he said, I will hire you with my money. That he will hire that person with his money, in the exchange of his money. So the old man said that he would hire the speaker with the exchange of his money. So what the speaker did, he weighed means to weight something. He weighed his coins one by one. So he weighed all the coins one by one. But I turned away. But the speaker didn't like that bargain also, to do work for someone in the exchange of money. Then it was evening time, and the garden hedge means boundaries was all flower. So the all boundaries, the garden was full of flowers. The fair maid is used for lady. So a very beautiful lady came out, and she said, I will hire you with a smile. So he said that he will hire you with her smile. Her smile paled, but he after some times her smile turned into tears, as a person cannot laugh, a person cannot smile for a long time. So uh, after some time, paled means faded. Uh, paled means faded. After some time, her smile was faded, and her smile turned into melted into converted into tears. And she went back alone into the and so she went back alone into the dark, into the night. Then the sun glistened on the sand. After that, the next morning the sun glistened means shining. Glistened means the sun was shining on the sand, and she waves broke waywardly. Waywardly means not particular motion. They were uh, coming up and down in a high speed, so the waves were very improper. A child said. Then the what the speaker saw that a child was playing with shells. Uh, what is shells? Shells are a kind of thing. You call it a sheep. So there was a shell. So a child was playing with shells. He raised his head. So he saw that he raised his head and seemed to know me and said, and the boy looked at speaker that he knows the speaker and said, and the child said, I hire you nothing, that I will hire you, but I cannot give you anything, so I will hire you with nothing. What the child said, that he will hire the speaker in the exchange of nothing, so he cannot give him anything. From hence and after that time the bargain struck. The speaker liked that agreement to work for nothing. So he liked that bargain and he was agreed to do work for the child. And he, as he was working for nothing, he was a free man. It means if we will work for someone in the exchange of something, we become slave. We have to do so many things that we don't like. But if you are working for nothing with someone, then you are a free man. You cannot be forced by anyone. So this is the story. So the speaker like the last bargain to work with nothing for the child. So the poem is completed, and tomorrow I'll send you the PDF of poem. Thank you.